Hello, welcome to my third tutorial on HTML. In our previous learning, we learned how to write the basic structure of every HTML document. In this lesson, we will be looking at paragraph and break tags. Before we proceed, let's get a randomly generated text for our lesson. And to get that, let's open Microsoft Office Word. All right. Now let's enter equal to rand 2, 2 to get a randomly generated text. So now let's copy the first paragraph and paste it in the document we wrote in our previous lesson. So let's replace the hello world. Now let's save it and look at how it is in our browser. Now let's move the text. Let's move from this part to the next line so that we get the feel of how it is being represented in the Microsoft Word document. So let's open our notepad. So over here, let's press enter tab. Now let's save it and see. Let's refresh. Wow. So over here, we've moved the text to the next line, but in our web browser, it is still represented in a straight line. So how do we get it to the next line? In HTML, anything you want to achieve needs to be done by writing tags. So to do this, there is a tag we call the BR tag. The BR tag stands for the break. It is used to take a text to the next line. So over here, since we want to move this one to the next line, introduce the BR tag over here. As I first said, a tag is anything enclosed in a less than and a greater than sign. And then the name of the tag is given by the name of the text within the less than and greater than sign. So over here, this tag is what we call the BR tag. Now let's save it and refresh our browser. Bravo! You can now see our text has been moved to the next line. So assuming we wanted to move the when to the next line, we do not have to press enter, but we just introduce the BR tag. BR tag. Now let's save it. Bravo. The text has been moved to the next line. All right. Now let's move back to our Word document and copy the second paragraph. Now let's paste it inside our document, our HTML document. So let's give some spaces, double enter. Let's paste it over here. All right. Now let's send the text to the next line so that we get it very nice. It should look very nice. Now let's save it and then refresh. All right. So you see it has joined together with a previous paragraph, even though we've given some spaces over here. Do you get it? So as I first said, with a BR tag, it moves a text to the next line. So what if we want to create a paragraph as for it to look like the one within this Word document? How do we achieve that? In doing so, we use the P tag. And then with the P tag, it is a peg tag. And for that reason, has an opening and a closing tag. So let's introduce the P tag over here. And where do we want the paragraph to end? We want the paragraph to end over here. So we close it here. Now let's save it and see the difference. We can now see that a wider space or a space where the margin has been given. So the difference between the BR and then the P tag, with the BR, it moves a text to the next line, whereas the P tag creates a paragraph or creates some sort of margin in between a block of text. Do you get it? Now let's take the closing PR from here and introduce it in the middle to see the clearer difference between the PR and then the B. So let's cut it from here and then introduce it before the word. So let's close it over here. Now let's save it and then refresh. As we can see, over here we've used the BR tag. It moved the text to the next line, but over here it has created some sort of margin. So the difference between the BR and then the P tag, the B moves a text to the next line, whereas the P tag creates some sort of margin to differentiate a block of text. Thank you for joining this section. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If you have any question, please put it in the comment section below and I will attend to you. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. Bye bye.